Welcome to Iowa Pagan News, your informative internet radio station catering to all pagans worldwide. We are dedicated to bringing you the very best in music, news, events, and lots of fun stuff. Come tune into our new podcast at www.plrdn.podbean.com. Now, here is your host, Lou Silverwolf Williams.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another edition, Wednesday edition, actually, of Iowa Pagan News on the Prairie Land Radio Network. And I want to, as always, thank my good friend Ginger Ackley for creating our intros for us. So it's always good that we've got friends in high places to be able to help out around here. And this afternoon, we are talking with Krista Chapman Green.
Hello.
Thank you for taking time out to come and join me this afternoon.
Oh, no, I've been looking forward to it.
So have I. Gives us a chance to get caught up.
Exactly.
Okay, so it's been a while since you and I have really had a chance to sit down and talk. So what's been going on here lately?
Well, I've probably been doing what a lot of you been doing. Which is just kind of hanging out the house and working on stuff. It's been nice. I've had a lot of time to sit and really kind of focus and center and think about things that are truly important to me, and had the time to sit and spend with my music, which, you know, when you're going and you're running and you're doing and you're here and you're there, sometimes you don't always have that downtime. So it's actually been really nice for me. So I've enjoyed that. I've had a lot of big changes in my life since the pandemic started and those things have happened. And so it's actually been really good for me. I've had time to sit and settle into the life that I have today. And so in a way, I know it's been hard. It's been hard on everyone, but it's not been a horrible thing for me.
Well, and that's a good thing, because, yeah, everybody that I've been talking to as of late, everybody is just chomping at the bit to get back out on the road and be playing music and getting to get reacquainted with people.
Oh, definitely. I mean, yeah, definitely. I think that as a musician, I think a lot of us we've had the ability to sit and really work on our music, but there's nothing like being able to connect with the people sitting in front of you. There's nothing like being able to share what means so much to you and what is such a vital part of who you are as a human. To share that with other people, there's nothing that can replace that. And so, yeah, I think we're all ready to kind of get back into the swing of things.
That's very true, because, I mean, let's see. Well, now Ginger, she's got a one heck of a schedule coming up and going on right now. Because I seen her schedule. It was like, holy Toledo! It was like she's got a bunch of stuff planned out, and I know.
We're all, I think, probably swinging for the fences a little harder than we may be ready for after being at home as much as we have. But like I said, I think we're all just so ready to get back out there, you know, with the people that we love and with our friends, and to be out of this isolation as safely as we can and as responsibly as we can, but to start doing the things that we love and that mean so much to us.
Yeah, that's true. And you've actually kind of been giving Lewis a little bit of assistance with some of your music as well.
Well, he's been helping me.
Okay, so you've both been helping out each other.
Yeah, we do. And I'm incredibly fortunate that he's close enough that I can go there and he can come here, and we can kind of, you know, do what we can do to help each other make the best of what we do. He's been great to help me. I bought an entire an entire recording thing just like his, and I was like, okay, I can do this. And I'm going to be real honest, I can't. It's not for lack of reading the manual. It's not for lack of trying. But I'm convinced he can teach me how to do it. But I'm incredibly lucky, like I said, to have him within kind of arm's reach to help me as much as he does. He records all my music for me. Like I said, I got a recording system, and we don't G-haw. That's what that's how I'll put it. We don't G-haw at all. Technology and I are not the best of friends, but we're becoming more acquainted with each other. And I don't have any problem admitting I'm a singer and a songwriter first. I'm a musician after that. And so he has just been great to help with all of those things. And so I'm very lucky in that way. Not everyone has that. And
that's true.
Somebody close enough that you can just say, hey, I need help. So yes, I'm fortunate to have that.
Oh yeah. It's the same way with, basically with Ginger and, oh boy, Susan, they practically live next door to each other.
Right.
Because basically Susan came to me and said, you need to have Ginger record stuff for you. And so she had Ginger come over and do the recording. And then Susan sent them over to me. And so it was like, yep, this is perfect. This is what I needed. So it's nice when you've got next door neighbors that you can
it makes a huge difference. Yeah. It makes a huge difference. And bless his heart, because he's got patience, because I don't have any problem admitting I can be difficult. And so it generally runs smoothly, and it's generally pretty easy. And then there are the days that I go, nope, don't like that. Nope, don't like that. Nope. But, and then he just kind of shakes his head, and we go on and do it again. So, so it is, we just got through recording some new stuff. And so it was good. It was very good. So I'm lucky that way.
Very cool. Well, anytime that you need to bounce stuff off of, I make myself available to everybody. So in case if they need to bounce something off of somebody, I try to make myself available for that.
Well, you know what? I might shoot you some stuff as we go. I have a lot more music to record. Like I said, that's been one of the good things about all this time at home. It really has been, while aggravating and frustrating, it's actually been a good thing for me. I'm a homebody anyway. Anybody who knows me and knows me well, I am a homebody anyway. I like being at home. I enjoy my home. I enjoy the comfort of my home. I enjoy the freedom of my home. And so people who know me really well know that, I had no problem saying, oh, no, I can't do that. The COVID. Nope, I can't do that. And so I did have one friend make a comment. She said, I don't think this is good for you. And so it's been a good opportunity for me to sit and do some work on me that needed to be done, because there will never be a day that there's one of us that couldn't do a little more tweaking on ourselves.
Right.
So I've used that, and some really good music has come out of that. And so I'm going to be, thankful to the goddess for that and say, you know what? Thank you for this time that I had to sit and grow closer to you and learn to listen a little more closely and a little more thoroughly.
Okay, so how many songs have you been able to write since you've been at home?
Completely finished. I'm one of those, either I'm all in or I'm all out. Completely finished songs, I've probably written 12 or 13 absolutely finished from beginning to end songs. Now, things that I have started and probably halfway to 3/4 of a way finished, probably 25 or 30. In fact, I surprised myself yesterday. I have a tendency to record things on my phone as they come to me. I have a voice recorder, and so I do that because it's easier and I don't have to stop and look for a pen or look for paper. And yesterday I decided you need to go through this, and I had no idea how much I had logged onto that until I sat down and really listened, and I, there's several on there I'd forgotten I'd even, it was one of those times that, hey, this would be a great song. And so I sang it into the phone and let it go and didn't think about it again. And then yesterday it was like Christmas morning,
Yeah.
You find all these wonderful treasures. And so, yeah, I've done a lot. Like I said, I've had some really big changes. And so probably not as much as I wish I could have, but I've taken care of other things that, to be quite honest, took priority and resettled my life in some ways. And so overall, I can say it's been a really good 2 years.
Oh, that's a good thing, actually.
Yeah.
That's a real good thing. Yeah. Let's see. Recently, I talked with Brian, and he's recording 3 albums all at the same time.
I know.
Like, dude, how the heck are you doing that?
I don't know. He's such a damn overachiever. Brian. No. No, I love Brian to death. And I'm always so envious of, envious is not probably the right word, but he's a workhorse.
Yeah, that he is.
And I've been, Gina put out an amazing, She Walks the Stars. I don't know if you've listened to that whole, my little girl is enraptured with that CD. And she's 4. And she's about to be 5. And I listen to the stuff that they're doing, and I'm just, envious is not the right word, because the truth is I'm so excited for all of them. Brian is putting out some amazing music. Lewis is putting out some amazing music. Gina, Marin, Virginia, you've got all these people that are Cloud. You've got all these people putting out just a vast amount of not just music and not just good music, but good pagan music.
Right.
Which to me is just amazing. When I think about my walk 20 years ago, I didn't have access to this kind of music, that there were other people out there that were doing the same. I had no idea. And so it's a really good time in pagan music right now. Yeah, we've got some amazing musicians, and they're doing some really good work.
Yeah, that's true. Because now when I'm doing like my internet radio, or I'm on another platform where I DJ at, and I've been introducing people to pagan folk music, is when they first hear me talk about it, they say, "Oh, what is that?" And I said, "Well, let me play some for you. I'll introduce you to it." And after playing some I mean, some of the really good stuff that I've acquired over the years, and even some of the more recent stuff,
Yeah.
people are, it takes them by surprise, and they said they really love it. So
Yeah.
and that's what keeps me going. Being able to share music with people and getting everybody's music out in front of everybody.
Yeah. Well, we're living in a there's a lot of horrible things going on in the world right now. We all know that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you open your eyes, you wake up, you open your eyes, and it's there. You know, there's no way around it.
Yep.
In fact, last night I was rewatching an amazing. I don't know if you know who Joseph Campbell is, but his ideas are intriguing to me. And I was rewatching an old interview with him last night, and you know his main point is life is what it is. You know,
Right.
it's not necessarily good or bad, or it just is what it is. And we're living in a time in the world right now that it's hard sometimes to see the good,
Mm-hmm.
but there's a lot of it out there. There's a lot of good out there, in just a small window for me is to stop and look at all the amazing pagan musicians we have now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and
Exactly.
that people are finding, because of people like you, because of places like Bandcamp, because of, you know, festivals that are being held, more and more people are learning about this little window into the world of music. And anytime we can share that, I think any day we can share that is a good day.
Yep. I agree with
So,
you completely. I do agree with you. And I also want to say good afternoon. Welcome to Kasha, a.k.a. Gloria. Thank you for tuning in this afternoon, being a part of the show. She's become one of our regular listeners here at IAPNRadio. We've got several that tune in and watch the videos. So I want to give a shout out to everybody who follows us. Appreciate it. And let's see, we're going to be playing one of your songs here.
okay.
This one, okay, now what you sent over to me, it's okay, I'm gonna have to look at this one. Yeah, I think it's Crimson.
Oh, this is Crimson Rider. Yes. Yes. I like this song.
Oh, that's good.
I do like this. In fact, I like this song. And this is another one of those songs I can say, thank goodness for Lewis, or this song would not exist, because I had a very specific way that I wanted it to sound. And
Mm-hmm.
it was a way that I was not able to accomplish. And so he stepped in and did that for me.
Excellent. And as I say, what was the inspiration behind this one?
This song, I think any musician will tell you, at the heart of any song that they write, there's a little bit of your own personal reality. I spent a good chunk of my life in an abusive relationship, and this song is me on the other side of that.
Excellent. Okay, this is called Crimson.
There's a pale horse coming down the lane. Upon its back I see a burning plain, with a crown made of feather and fire. Look out, boys, here comes the Crimson Rider. Scorched earth follows in her trail. Not many men will ever know her well, but they'll burn in the flames of her desire. Watch out, boys, here comes a Crimson riding. Do you think you can dance in her flames? Are you ready to play hellish games? For a queen demands her own desires. Look out, boy, here comes a crimson rider. By a little church stands a hanging tree, and there's a great white horse sitting underneath me, and a man who won't look me in my eye. In red velvet I'll tell this world goodbye. By the dark and the moon and under a soaring fire, I hear the women cry and I become a crimson rider. Do you think you can dance in her flames? Are you ready to play hellish games? For a queen demands her own desires. Watch out, boy, here comes a crimson rider. By the dark and the moon and under a soaring fire, I hear the women cry and I become a crimson rider. I hear the women cry and I become a crimson rider.
I gotta admit, I like that song too there, dear.
Well, thank you. I was sitting here thinking I still like it. Yay me.
That's a good thing that you like it.
It always helps. You know what? I may be the only person. I'm sure I'm not, because I've had conversations with Lewis and Brian and Gina, and we all, it never fails. We all have that one song we go, oh
yeah. Yeah.
And so it's always fun for us when we get to listen to our music and we go, yep, I still like that. So.
Well, it's about like what the comment that Brian made is that he'll be at he'll be up on stage and somebody will request a song, or he'll come up with a song to play and says, I don't remember the name of this song, but we're going to go with it.
Right. And we may make words up 3 lines in.
True.
But but you just, it's just part of us, and it's just we are interesting critters. That's what.
Yeah, that's true. And I want to say good afternoon to Patricia. Thank you for tuning in there, dear, and to Jessica. And Jessica says that that song was wonderful.
Oh, well, thank you so much. Thank you.
Now, we're going to be getting to a couple more here. In fact, we're going to take a quick commercial break, hear from our sponsors, and then we'll be right back with a couple more songs. And we'll just keep right on rolling with having a real good time here with Krista this afternoon. So stay tuned. I'll be right back right after these messages.
I just walked into this coffee shop. You'll never guess what I found. All the help is deeply engrossed in metaphysical times. You should too. I'm at the Egyptian, 475 Park Avenue in Idaho Falls, Idaho. You get your very own coffee for free, and we're open till 10.
Sister Moon, Apothecary and More is a collaboration of local island witches bringing you handcrafted tools for ritual, amazing apothecary, custom vinyl work, merchandise, and so much more. But we are not just an online store. We are a sisterhood, a platform, and a voice for everything that is magical. Join us for our famous Tarot Tuesdays from 11 to 4 Eastern Standard Time for a discounted reading with our amazing in-house intuitive reader and priestess, Wolf Spirit Energy, Beverly Oberlin. You can find us on Facebook at Sister Moon Store or on the web at sistermoon.shop. So fly on over and stop in for a spell.
All right. Thank you to my good friends down there at Sister Moon. Iowa Pagan News has been with them since the start. Misty and Lee are really good friends, and anytime you're down there in Florida, be sure to stop into Cape Coral and visit them at their new shop. They've got a lot of good stuff going on, so they're just really good people. And Lewis is chiming in this afternoon as well. And he was giving a thumbs up to that one as well.
Yeah, that like I said, that was another one. He bless his heart. I said, well, I want it to sound like this. Dun, 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 dun. And he said, oh, okay.
He's probably looking at you like, huh?
But you know what? He deals with it.
I mean, it's good that you two are close by so that you can be working on stuff. That's for darn sure.
It is, because there's several times he'll say, what chord are you playing? And I'll say, a baby C. And he goes, that's not a chord. I'm like, well, it's kind of like a C, but not all the way.
Okay.
And he figures it out. So, I just make up chords. And when we were recording this last time, he said, well, what chord is that? I'm like, I think it's a J.
There's no such J chord.
No, there is. I've invented.
Oh, is there?
No.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's interesting.
All right. This next one we're going to play is called God's War.
Oh, this is probably in the very, very, probably the top 3 of my very favorite songs that I've ever written. I love this. I can admit as a writer, I love this song. This song, it came out of the loss of my mother, and I love this song. So I hope that you do. I hope that you enjoy it.
All right, this one's called God's War.
Mother, fear not as I go traveling. There's too many places I've got to see. When I return from my wandering, tell me your heart will be waiting for me. And I fear not what lies before me now, as into the world I boldly go. All must leave the safety of the harbor, just into the woods to find my soul. And many ships across the horizon will never see a safer shore. Some must be offered up unto the sirens, and others still to the gods of war. But you've got a choice to make. What are you fighting for? Mother, I know you must be worrying. I'm on a ship to a distant shore. Just know I don't seek fame or glory now, but there must be something more. And I fear not what lies before me now, into the world I boldly go, and all must leave the safety of your harbor, just into the woods to find our souls. And many ships across the horizon will never see a safer shore. Some must be offered up unto the sirens, and others still to the gods of war. But you've got a choice to make. What are you fighting for? And many ships across the horizon will never see a safer shore. Some must be offered up unto the sirens, and others still to the gods of war. But you've got a choice to make. What are you fighting for? Mother, fear not as I go traveling. There's too many places I've got to see.
Now, when did you record this one?
Oh, that one I think we did in 2020.
Well,
So, yep. Yeah, I'm almost positive we did that one in 2020.
that one fits with what's going on right now, hon.
Yeah, it does. It does absolutely. In fact, I was playing it earlier today. Had the guitar on the strap, just walking through the house playing the guitar. That will always be a very special song to me, and it does fit a lot of what's happening in the world around us right now.
Mm-hmm.
And we do. I mean, the words of the song are true. We've all got a choice to make. You know, at some point, we all have to figure out what is it that we're fighting for. You know, is it our own self peace? Is it world peace? Is it the peace of our home? The vitality of ourselves? But at some point, we all kind of have to make that decision.
That's
so,
true.
Yeah.
And Lewis has said that Gods of War is one of his favorites.
Yeah, he likes that song too. I have several really close friends that enjoy that song, and so it's one that I play a lot. It's just a very personal song for me, and it's one that has a lot of meaning.
Oh, I can definitely tell. And Melissa is joining us this afternoon. She says that's a beautiful song.
Hello, Melissa. I haven't seen her in years. I think 2019. I was fortunate enough to go play in Tennessee at a gathering, and Melissa and some of her group were there, and so it was nice. It was nice to meet her, and I hope that soon we'll share space again.
Well, I'm pretty sure that I know that she's got places that she's going to be visiting here. I know from well, even though I know Melissa. I know it's been a little while since you and I talked last, but I know that you've got some stops coming up on your schedule too. So hopefully you two will be able to meet up here eventually.
Yes. Yeah.
And Patricia is also saying that she said it's a beautiful song and all around peace.
Ah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, it always means a lot to me to hear what other people think. You know, I think that as songwriters and people who, you know, create music, we do it because we love it and because it means something to us, and we have something to say to the world out there. But it means so much more than any of you listeners will ever understand, to us, when we know someone else has not just heard our music, but heard our words and somehow connected to them, and they've meant something. It means so much to us.
Yep, I can definitely understand that, because I hear the same thing from a lot of the musicians and singer-songwriters that I have been talking to as of late, because they say that being at home, it's kept them from receiving the energy from everybody and getting the input from everybody when they're out playing. So
yeah, it's different. It's different. We miss that energy, you know, and it's so little, you know, things like this are you know, really important for us, and it's one of the reasons that we keep going. And you know, I think we all have something to say. I think we all have a message to convey, and getting that feedback is so important for us. So
Melissa made the comment, say, "Yep, Tennessee," and it was a beautiful voice. I had to say, "Who is that?"
Well, and you know what? Thank you again. It still makes me blush to hear it.
Well, it's the truth, especially when people hear your music and they can connect with it and it resonates within them. They're going to get hooked on it.
Yeah, well, we hope. But that's what we're aiming for. So, but you know, like I said, at the end of the day, it's more important to me that there's some word that I've written, some line that I've written, some song that I've written, that if just one person gets some joy out of it, or if they can say, yes, I've been there, or yes, that was a moment in my life, that when I go to bed at night, that's what I want.
Right.
So
I can fully understand that completely. Now, a couple more that we're going to wind up doing here. Let's see. I'm going to add on one more here real quick.
No problem.
Okay. Next one we're going to do this. Let's see. It's Morr.
Oh, this is the Morgan.
Morgan. Okay.
Yeah. So this song came out of I am definitely, I guess, perhaps everybody says it different, but yes, I'm a follower of the Morgan. I've found a lot of strength there, and this is a song that is absolutely for her. And this song was gifted to me. I wrote the words down, but it came from a higher place, and I'm thankful that I have it.
Well, it definitely shows, and you'll definitely be able to see here just in a quick second. This is called the Morgan.
Morgan, well, she is coming from the dying sun or the lifting fall, the 3 in 1. I hear her calling, and I must answer for my way on. and underground. Is that where I'm headed? Above the clouds, that I might fly. In between the veil upon me, dwelling here between earth and sky. Take up your sword, fear not the battle, for to this earth you don't belong. You're so much more than you've imagined. Lay down your fears and hear her song. And I hear wings, they're all around me. And I know that I too can fly. And I will rise, and I'll be standing, and I will meet her eye to eye. The shield and spear, they're my companions. A woman built for the days of war. My feet will walk straight into battle. I'm not afraid, not anymore. Take up your sword, fear not the battle, for to this earth you don't belong. You're so much more than you've imagined. Lay down your fears and hear her song. My feet will walk straight into battle. I'm not afraid, not anymore.
Another beautiful song there, Krista.
Well, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. So.
And I gotta admit that out of all the artists that, because I think everybody's got at least one song dedicated to the Morgan, but they are all different. They all come from different places.
Yes. Yeah. It's, she's incredibly varied, and I think that, in a way, we all kind of perceive her differently in different ways. And that song is absolutely about the strength and that warrior mentality that I get from my workings, and that is the part that resonates with me. So it's a good thing.
Okay, now basically we have the banner up for your Bandcamp page where they can find the majority of your music. It's KristaChapmanGreen.bandcamp.com.
That is.
You can find the majority of her music there. I fully support Bandcamp for what they do for all of our artists.
Yeah, it is. I will tell you, that is the only place you're going to find any of my music. and I've done it that way on purpose. Um, I do have CDs. In fact, I just had a brand new CD done that I will bring out with me. I actually start this weekend making some rounds. If you're interested in a CD, which has 3 brand new songs on it, you're welcome to contact me through Facebook, and we can take care of that. I'll be happy to ship it to you. But yes, my music is available through me directly or through Bandcamp.
Yep. And I tell everybody, Bandcamp is a place to go to for all music for a bunch of artists, because they take care of their artists.
If you want to actually support an artist, if you actually want to monetarily support a musician, Bandcamp or a direct sell through that musician is the way to go. A lot of times what happens, our music gets cut loose on Spotify, gets on YouTube, it gets all over the place. I've tried really, really hard to maintain a really tight grip on mine. Because the reality is, when you download something from Spotify, or you download something from YouTube, or you none of that reaches us.
Right. None of that goes back to the artist.
Zero money. And the reality is, whether we can all say we do this because we love it, and we do, but we have to eat at the same time.
Right.
And that's just a cold, hard reality. I know even Brian, I think Lewis has too, both of them have found their CDs on, I think, eBay, where someone has bought one of their CDs and then turned around and sold it on eBay for quite a bit higher than what they paid for it.
Yeah.
And needless to say, none of those pennies, dimes, or dollars are going to make it back to any of those original artists. Those of us who write, produce, play, record all of our own music, if you can find those artists on Bandcamp, I would strongly suggest that you do that. Because it's the best way. Like I said, rather it's that or going directly to the musician. If you truly want to support them, that's the way to do it. I know that there are several artists also that have a Patreon account. That's something that I'm looking at right now. For me, I'm really, really technologically challenged. And so I'm really trying to determine if that's something I can feasibly do. But if you can find an artist that you love on Patreon, support them there.
Exactly.
Do the most, as Cassie, my very dearest friend in the world, do the next right thing. And that's one of the ways to do it, is to support the artist in a way that truly is supportive.
Yep. And that's the same thing I try to get across to everyone when it comes to all of our artists, is that please help support them. Go to their sites directly, buy a CD, do the digital downloads, or go to Bandcamp directly and download the digital tracks there, and you can contribute whatever dollar amount that you want there on Bandcamp. Yes.
I think the majority of us have our music set at, $1 a song. And we all have a vast amount more than that. Tied up in our music. And so you can go in there and you can put whatever amount you want. And we appreciate it. So it means a lot to us. It for me, like tomorrow I'm buying new guitar strings.
And guitar strings are not even cheap these days either.
No, honey, ain't nothing cheap no more. Ain't nothing, and so it's just a lot of us, me, Gina, Lewis, Brian, Marin, we all travel, extensively through festival season. We have to eat, and the biggest thing is we have to put gas in our vehicles.
Right.
I'm going to Florida in November, and it's any support is greatly appreciated.
Well, let's hope that gas prices will be slightly down by then.
Well, we can. Yes, yeah, I think they will be. I'm throwing that out there into the great expanse. Gas is going to be cheaper.
Yeah, because right now I think it's still. I think we're still at $3.99 a gallon here.
Yeah, we've come down. We've come down some. You know what though? There are so many worse things that could be happening in our lives. And so all you got to do, like I said, like we were talking about earlier, all you got to do is open your eyes, read a paper, look at the news. To live the life that I live, I'll pay those extra gas prices. So.
Yep. Okay, so basically, I've been scrolling your Facebook page down across the bottom. We've got your Bandcamp, and I believe those are, as I say, those are the two main places that people can find you and get in contact with you now.
Yep, that is where you can reach me at, either one of those two places. Thank you so much for what you do, and thank you for inviting me to visit with you today. And thanks for sharing my music. It's people like you that help people like me a lot. So I do appreciate it. I appreciate the time that you put into it.
Well, that's what I'm here for, and it's what I've dedicated my time to. Because I will admit that when I first started this back in 2012, it was just something fun for me to do, for me being a DJ and whatnot. But over the years, this has become more like a very important full-time job.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
That is the way that I look at it.
Yeah.
So this is what I've dedicated my life to.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. And I know a lot of other people do also.
Well, and I appreciate what you're doing and what everybody else is doing. Lewis, you included. I appreciate what everybody's doing out there. And I definitely want to thank Patricia, Melissa. Who else did I say we had in here? Jessica, and also Akasha for joining me this afternoon. I do appreciate every one of you a lot. And because Patricia is actually a part of IAPNRadio now. She has been helping out where she can. She spends a lot of her time sharing all the posts that go out between myself, the Pagan Rights Coalition, and Metaphysical Times newspaper. That now that we're affiliated with the Metaphysical Times, she's kind of our PR person, so to say. So definitely appreciate what she does for us here. So this has been real fun getting to get caught up with you today. Thank you for taking time out.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
You're very welcome. You've been listening to another edition of Iowa Pagan News on the Prairie Land Radio Network. As always, if you have questions later on, look up Krista on her Facebook page, send her a note. She'll be more than happy to communicate with you. And for me, you can get in contact with me directly at earl@iapnradio.net and also at iowapagannews@gmail. And if you want to help contribute to IAPN Radio to help us keep things running here, be sure to you can make donations to our PayPal directly at iowapagannews@gmail. So you can contribute to us that way. Have a good night, everyone. We've got more to come yet this week and also in the weeks to come. We've got a lot more good stuff coming. So look for announcements coming up. Have a good night, everyone. And we are going to be out of here for tonight.
Thank you for tuning in to today's broadcast. All shows are recorded and available for download at plrdn.podbean.com. All rights are reserved and may not be replayed without written permission by IAPN Radio Management. Come join us at our new group, IAPN Radio, on Facebook, where you can be kept up to date for future broadcasts. Pleasant journeys, everyone.